You want to know something really, really interesting is that you are going to be very, very successful. Now, how do I know that you're going to be successful? Because if any of these signs apply to your life right now, that means that you're going to be very, very successful. Because successful people don't just do random things. Successful people do specific things. They follow systems that make them successful. Remember, there are no coincidences on this planet, right? Everything happens for a reason. So there are no accidents that people become successful. So if any of these 5 things apply to your life right now, that means you're going to be very, very successful. So if you're new to this channel, what you have to do is hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because I do post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one to let go of your ego so you can live into your highest vision, let go of the anxieties, let go of the fears, let go of the worries, so you can live into your highest possible vision, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation to see if you're a good fit for the coaching program. What you have to realize is that successful people do very, very specific things. Okay, it's not just random. Success is not just like this random thing where you just become successful randomly. Now, some people obviously get success randomly because of the way that they were brought up, but self-made millionaires follow systems. Okay, they follow systems. They follow systems that make them to be successful, that make them the way that they are. And they usually copy other successful people. Of course, they make it into their own, but if you really, really want to be successful, you have to follow the system. So the first sign that you are going to be successful, the first sign that you are on the path to success, is that you're not playing victim any longer. Because a lot of people like to play victim. Why did I grow up in this neighborhood? Why do I have this family member? Why do I have this past trauma that I can't let go of? You got to realize that you can't be playing victim if you want to be successful. So if you're starting to live your life and realize that things aren't happening to you, but they're happening for you, you have a mindset that things are happening for you, literally for you, for your growth, then you know that you're on the path to success, because successful people do not play victim. Okay, successful people do not play victim. They see that things are happening to them, but not actually to them as the victim, but for them. Okay, it's happening for you. Nothing is happening to you. Okay, now, when you think that things are happening to you, that is an issue, because that's going to block you from success. Okay, it's going to block you from success, because when things are happening to you, you stay stuck in that reality. When you're playing victim, when you're saying, why did this happen to me? Why is this happening to me? When you're playing victim, you stay stuck in that reality. You stay stuck in that reality. Okay? Because if you don't want to stay stuck in the reality that you're in, you got to start thinking in terms of things are happening for you. Okay? Uncomfort helps you to grow. Adversity and challenges are only here to help you grow. Now, if you're starting to have this mentality that things aren't happening to you, but negative emotions are happening for you, maybe something happened in your family, in your past, and you're realizing that it actually happened for you, because if those things didn't happen in your life, you would not be able to get to where you are right now, right? If that's how you're thinking, then you know that you're going to be successful. So the second sign that you know you are on the path to success is that you have a vision. Okay, you have a vision for something greater than you. You actually have a vision for something you want to create. If you have a vision, because think about it, most people don't have a vision. Okay, they just go through their life doing the normal stuff, following the norm. There's no vision. There's no drive to create something bigger than where they are. If you don't have a vision, you're not going to be successful. If you have a vision, if you're crafting this vision for your life right now, you're looking to the future, still accepting the moment, of course, unconditional love for this present moment, but you're starting to craft that vision for the future, for your life, having a clear vision for something, right? A YouTube channel, a business, a relationship. You're crafting that vision. You are definitely on the path to success, because successful people have to create a vision. You have to think, you have to be a visionary, right? You can't just be like randomly letting things come to you. Now, I believe that if we align ourselves with the present moment, you will be in alignment with your highest vision. But at the same time, the more present to the moment that you become, you also realize that you have a responsibility to create a vision for the future. Okay, now it seems paradoxical because the present moment is the only moment that exists, absolutely. But at the same time, you need to have a vision. You need to think to the future to create something bigger for yourself. Now, if you're crafting this vision for the future, then you know you are going to be successful. That is the truth. Because successful people have to build a vision. You have to build a vision. If you really want to be successful, you're going to have to create a powerful vision. The very first question that my mentor asked me when I was talking to him for the first time was, what is your vision? And then I realized I need a vision. You see, most people don't have a vision. Nobody ever asks you what your vision is until you get a mentor and somebody makes you realize how powerful a vision can be. That's what my mentor made me realize, is that you need a vision. You have to, like, where do you want to be 1 year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Do you have a vision? Do you have a vision for your life? Or did society create your vision for you? Okay, that's the question. Did you create your own vision, or did society create your vision for you? Okay, because if society created your vision for you, well, I hate to break it to you, you're going to have a vision that is not even yours. Your family created your vision for you. You have to create your vision and have that vision so that you can create the life that you want, not the life that society or your family wants for you. Okay, so the third sign that you are going to be successful, that you are on the path to success, is that you're not afraid to ask for help. Okay, for the longest time, I was meditating alone. I was on this path. I was thinking that I have to be on this path alone, right? I have to be alone to create success. And then I realized that why am I gonna go on this path alone if I can ask somebody for help that is already where I wanna be? Now, I'm not talking about just asking for help from any random person. I'm saying that if you're not afraid to ask for help from specific people, you stop letting your ego get in the way, you humble yourself, and you respect your mentors, as Ralph Smart usually says, you're gonna start to be more successful. Now, if you're starting to open up your mind and realize that you can ask for help. In fact, most successful people all have mentors. Okay, look at Oprah Winfrey. She has 5 mentors. You think that when somebody becomes successful, they don't have any more mentors. It's the opposite. The more successful you become, the more mentors you need. Okay, so if you're starting to realize that you need help, and you're not afraid to ask for help from a mentor. I'm not saying this just so that I can become your mentor. You don't need me as a mentor. If you want, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation, like I always say. But you don't need me. You just need a mentor. Stop doing things alone. If you want to be successful, if you want to create something powerful in your life, you do not have to do it alone. There's specific systems that successful people have already done. It doesn't matter what you want to do. If you want to be a successful artist, go hire a mentor that is already where you want to be. If you're starting to realize that you don't have to do things alone and you can ask a mentor for help, you can ask somebody successful that is already where you want to be for help. Don't ask your sister. Don't ask your mom. Unless they are where you want to be, don't ask your family for help. Ask somebody that is where you want to be for help, and then you will actually be on the path to success. So if you're starting to realize that you can humble yourself and ask people that are where you want to be for help, you are on the path to success. There's no doubt. There's no doubt, because only successful people listen to other people that are where they want to be. Unsuccessful people think that they have to do it alone, that they have to hustle, they have to figure it all out themselves. That is your ego. Get your ego out of the way when it comes to success. Why waste thousands of hours in time doing something alone when you can ask somebody that is exactly where you want to be? That's exactly what I did. I hired a mentor that was exactly where I wanted to be, and now I am acting like him, and I am sort of like an embodiment of my mentor. It's kind of freaky, to be honest. When you hire a mentor, you're going to start taking qualities that they have. Now the question is, which qualities do you want? Do you want the qualities of certain people in your life that are not where you want to be? Or do you want qualities from somebody that is already exactly where you want to be, that just by simply being in their presence, you start to evolve? It's not even about what the mentor tells you. It's how the mentor thinks, who they are being, how they are thinking, not what they are. It's not about what my mentor tells me. It's simply, this is what blew my mind when I realized this about mentors. Me being in the presence of my mentor is already worth it. Regardless of what he says, what he tells me, being in his presence is the value I need. Okay? That's the key right there. Being in the presence of somebody that you want to be like is already so much more valuable than you can possibly imagine. So much more valuable, because when you're in the presence of somebody that is exactly where you want to be, what happens is that you start to act like that person. You start to become like that person. You start to make the same money as that person. You start to live your life like that person. You start to have the confidence like that person. So if you are not afraid to ask for help and surround yourself with people that are exactly where you want to be, remember, your vibe attracts your tribe. I'm a believer that when you start to act in a certain way, you're going to attract people like that. And also, if you are hanging out with people, you're going to start acting like them. And that is why mentor is so key. So key, only from the people that you want to be like. Once again, if you're not afraid to ask for help, let go of the ego, be more humble, you know you're definitely on the path to success. When I made that shift, when I finally told myself, I don't have to do it alone, I hired a mentor, everything shifted. Okay, it becomes so much easier to live your life, to deal with obstacles when you just ask for help. So the fourth sign that you are on the path to success is that you're letting go of things that no longer serve you. Okay, are you going through a shift right now where you're letting go of old habits? Maybe you've been using certain things for years now, maybe using a substance, maybe some bad habits, maybe you're eating foods, and then now out of nowhere, you're going through a huge transformation where you're letting go of what doesn't serve. You're letting go of toxic relationships. Maybe you're in a job and you out of nowhere realize, like, I don't like this job, and you just quit. You just quit your job. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm saying if right now you're in this process of letting go of what doesn't serve, then you definitely know that you are on the path to success. If you're letting go of jobs, of relationships, maybe certain foods that were working for you in the past, now you realize that these foods just aren't going to cut it anymore. You're thinking this processed food doesn't work anymore. You're starting to let go of little things that used to work in the past, but right now they're just not working anymore. If you're in this process of letting go of the old self, letting go of what no longer serves you, then you know that you are on the path to success. Because here's what successful people do, is that they let go of what doesn't serve them. Okay, time and energy is valuable. Successful people don't waste time watching TV all day. They don't waste time eating processed foods all day. They don't waste time browsing on YouTube unless it's something that's going to benefit them. They don't waste time doing things that don't serve them. Successful people don't have time to be in an argument with a toxic person. They don't have time. It's a disservice. If I'm arguing with random people, in public, that's a disservice to my audience. That's a disservice to my clients. If I'm, eating processed foods, eating junk food all day, having toxic relationships, if I'm in school doing something that I don't like, which I had to drop out of, by the way, 5-6 months ago, that would be a disservice to you. If I stayed in school doing something that I hated, that would be a disservice to you watching this video right now. That would be a huge disservice, because what you got to realize is that successful people let go of what doesn't serve them, and then they replace that with things that do serve them. So successful people let go of the toxic relationships. They let go of what doesn't serve them. If you're in the process right now of letting go of what doesn't serve you, then you're on the path to success. You are on the path to success if you're letting go of what doesn't serve you. Okay, so the fifth sign that you are on the path to success is that you are conscious of every little thing that you are consuming, who you're hanging around with. Are you watching the news that is based on fear? Right? Are you watching things that are conditioning your subconscious mind with fear, or are you watching things that are conditioning your mind for success? Are you conditioning your mind with success or fear? Are you conditioning your mind with abundance, or are you conditioning your mind with fear? Are you conditioning your mind with the news that is conditioning your subconscious mind to think that the world is a dangerous place? Or are you listening to things that are conditioning your mind to show you that anything is possible? That you can create the life that you really want? That you are the creator of your reality? I don't know why I said creator like that. You got to realize that every little thing you consume, not just the foods that you eat, are being consumed by your mind as well. What are you watching? Who are you hanging around? Once again, your vibe is your tribe, and your tribe is your vibe. So, who are you hanging around with? Who are you taking advice from? Are you asking your family that is working a 9-to-5 job that they hate for advice about how to create a successful business? I'm not attacking your family. I'm not attacking my family. I love my family, but the truth is that I could not ask my family for advice if it was a good idea to start a coaching business or to start a YouTube channel, because of course that's not going to cut it for them. You see, but when I started that journey, I knew that I couldn't ask my family for advice on that. I knew that I had to take it into my own hands. I had to ask for a mentor. I had to ask for help. I had to start listening to advice from people only that are exactly where I want to be. You got to eat the right foods. You got to watch the right content. You got to talk to the right people. You got to consume the right things if you want to be successful. If you're becoming incredibly conscious of everything you consume, not just the foods that you eat, which is a huge part of it, but also what are you watching? Who are you hanging out with? What are you consuming on a daily basis, okay? What are you consuming? Are you consuming negative content? If you are, and you're becoming conscious of this, if you're starting to realize like, whoa, wait a second, I can't be watching the news anymore. If you're realizing like, whoa, I can't watch the news any longer, guess what? you are on the path to success. There's no doubt. Because only successful people are conscious of what they consume. Right? Only successful people are conscious of the thoughts that they think about. Only successful people are conscious of who they hang out with. You see, unconscious people that are not conscious of what they consume on an everything basis are the people that don't become successful. People that go with the crowd, people that do the normal everyday thing that everybody else is doing. That is not how you become successful, right? If you're conscious of what you are consuming, then absolutely get ready, because you're going to be very successful. There's no doubts. You're going to be very, very successful. I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you, if you are conscious of what you're consuming, get ready for the future, because you're going to start shifting and you're going to be very, very successful. That's the truth. Only successful people do this. Only successful people watch out for what they consume. Unsuccessful people do not watch out for what they consume. They don't care. They don't care what they consume, because they are just doing the normal thing that everybody else is doing, you see? Unsuccessful people do not care what they consume. They eat the processed foods. They eat the junk food. They watch whatever it is that they watch that everybody else is watching. They don't think about these things. They go with the crowd. You see, if you're going with the crowd, you're probably not going to be as successful as you can be. And I'm not going to say you're not going to be successful, but if you are conscious of what it is that you're consuming, well, then get ready, because you're going to be very, very successful. Very, very successful. I'm not kidding you. I'm not joking here. This is not a joke. You are going to be very, very successful. This is not a joke. This is serious business. You're going to be very, very, very successful. So once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one to let go of your ego so you can live into your highest vision. By the way, what is the ego? The ego is fear. So if you want to work on having a step-by-step process to let go of your fears, let go of the ego, so that you can live into your highest possible vision and align yourself with your life purpose, then hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation to see if you're a good fit for the coaching program. Have yourself a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.